Hello and welcome back to Scaredy Cat Rides. It is a glorious and busy day here at Drayton Manor, and just behind me there we have the reimagined for this year the Wave, which was of course used to be Shockwave, which was UK's only stand-up roller coaster. It's now replaced with new trains with just the lap bar. This isn't going to be a full vlog today. The reason being I'm actually here for the day with the Alton Towers single riders group, so it's not about me, it's not about vlogging, but a couple of rides here I don't particularly enjoy, so let them enjoy and I'll just get some views for you. So yeah, I've had my first ride now on the Wave. What to think of it? Obviously it's a little hard to say after just the one ride. What I will say is, if you're already a thrill seeker, it is a fairly middling ride in my opinion. I would put it up there with Python at Efteling in that it's smooth, it's fun, it's okay. I just don't think it's necessarily much more than okay. I'm about to be interrupted by a train, so let's see that go overhead. When it's ready. And there she goes. Yeah, that is the Wave at Drayton Manor. So, as I've said, the brakes do, I think. If you are already a bit of a thrill seeker, it is an okay ride. It is worth doing. It's probably not worth going out of your way for, but it is definitely worth doing. It's enjoyable. I just don't think it's more than okay, if I'm honest. I think they've done a pretty decent job of theming the area. It's quite cute, it's quite approachable and all that. What I will say though is that for the target audience for Drayton Manor, I actually think it is a really good fit, because as I say, it's not that intense. And it's a really good introduction if you've just met the 1.2 height limit to doing things like inversions. It's a really good opportunity to do that. And it's, I think, the big ride here at Drayton Manor. So it's a nice thing to work your way up to if you are looking to do that. Now, if you are a bit of an older kid and you're just a bit nervous of things, I suppose one of the things which might make you nervous is the thought of just having a lap bar. Now if you really are nervous about that and it's something you want to conquer and you have the means to, then you might be better off trying Icon first of all, just because it only has that one inversion and you get to really feel just how safe you are. But I will say, I didn't feel pinned to my seat, and I also didn't feel like I had lots of hang time necessarily. The 0G roll did have a bit of kick to it, but you do feel so incredibly secure even with a lap bar, so please don't let that put you off. Even though it's a slightly strange lap bar, I have to say, as someone who has done a lap bar ride. The thing to think of with lap bars, the way I imagine it, is if you pick up a cat, they sort of on the underside and then they just kind of dangle like that, but their core is supported and their weight is supported, and that is very much how it feels to me riding on a lap bar ride. So please don't let it put you off, but it is completely understanding if that is quite intimidating for you. So yeah, anyway, that is pretty much my verdict of the Wave. Hopefully I'll get another re-ride or two in today. You might get a new opinion once I've done that. But that just gives you a bit of insight for now. I am also looking to try the reimagined The Haunting today, and also of course the brand new for this year, actually brand new, the Intamin Lift and Launch, that is Gold Rush. That is a family thrill ride and I'm really excited to try it out. So I'll catch up with you later in the video and let you know how I got on. See you then. So I've come down to the side of the Wave now because I'm just going to get some footage for you guys, which you might have already seen. But while I'm here and I'm waiting for a train to come round, I did just want to add that to my thoughts on the Wave. They have a serious ops problem with this ride. It opens, I don't know how long after the park opened, and trains, the dispatches, according to some of the friends from the Alton Towers single riders group, you're looking about 6-7 minute dispatches. It's only got the one train, and it seems like you can't do your restraint yourself. The staff have to come out and do every single one. I assume that's a really big part of the reason why it's so slow, but I don't know how you get around that. I don't know if there's a reason it only has one train. I don't know if there's a reason why they have to check all those restraints individually. But if Drayton Manor can get on top of that, I think that would be really good. It is a negative to the ride, unfortunately. So yeah, just be prepared. Actually, if you are a little bit nervous, you might have a little bit of a wait, and that little bit of a wait might be on steps as well. But again, it's all like, it's enclosed indoors, it's solid steps. It's not I always use this as a comparison because they're awful, but it's not like Revolution at Blackpool or anything like that. But yeah, I remembered all the good things, I forgot the negatives, so it couldn't have been bad, could it? But it just gives you a bit of insight into what to expect. But otherwise, I will catch you in a little bit once I had a chance to be on some of the other rides. Just come off of Drayton's new for 2024. Accelerator doing a thing. Gold Rush. Really great fit for this park. Yeah, it's a good little ride. It's maybe not, you know, it's not really necessarily targeted at me as a demographic these days, but it is very, very enjoyable. And one of the things that I love about this ride from first ride experience is that I think this is going to be a really, really good ride for people who want to you know, try something a little bit more daring. It's got the launches, it's got the unknown factor with the 2 different settings that you can get. It's got some nice profiling, so you get to experience slightly different sensations, I would say. Maybe in common with sort of airtime and things like that, but it feels a little bit different when you're sweeping around that kind of profiling. But it doesn't do anything too much. It really doesn't. So I think this is going to be a really great ride for people who are looking to explore that kind of thing. I think it's going to be a really good fit for Drayton. I think the theming is done fairly well. It's up there with like maybe Chessington level, I would say. Which brings me to, do I think this is the best family thrill ride that we have in the UK now? No, not on first ride anyway. It's up there, it's certainly up there, but personally for me, if you're looking for family thrill at a theme park, there's just no topping Paultons at the moment. Of course, if Universal comes along, I think that'll blow Paultons out of the water. But yeah, but it is good, it is good, it is a really good fit for the park, as I say, and I think it is going to match that kind of demographic really, really nicely, of if you just want to sort of expand your horizons a little bit. And actually there's quite a bit of that here at Drayton, I would say. Like, I'm looking at Accelerator right now, and if you can't get down to Paultons, this is a really nice way of experiencing that kind of ride, and the theming in that queue line is particularly good, I would say. There are moments in that queue line which for me almost feel comparable to Disney. Didn't feel that necessarily with Gold Rush, but I think they did a good job. I don't think they did an excellent job on that, I think they did a good job. Yeah, so that's really my verdict based on first ride of Gold Rush. Hopefully I'll get another one in today if I'm lucky, we'll see. And if we do, I'll have to have a change of heart, then I'll let you know. But yeah, good ride, very good ride actually. Very good for the demographic, very good for the park. Top in the country, no. Excellent, no, but with that caveat that I think this demographic might find it excellent. So yeah, that's my opinion so far on Gold Rush, and I will see you later. I'm off to get a spot of lunch, possibly try and get some more footage of the wave, because it's very difficult doing that when it's taking forever to dispatch. We shall see. But if not, I'll just be enjoying the sights and sounds of Drayton Manor on this lovely sunny August day. Catch you in a bit. Okay, it's been some time since I last filmed. My gosh, where does time go? Yeah, the plan, well, it went a bit wrong. basically. So let's recap what happened, shall we? I planned on getting one last ride on the wave in, with the hope that I would then be able to update you all just on my thoughts, having done it a second time, and knowing a bit more about what to expect. And we saved it for the last ride of the day, and I was in quite a big group because I was with the Alton Towers Single Riders group. Part of our group ran on ahead. Another group sort of, I think, just cut between us. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. And then as we got there and got up to the door, it was closed. So half our group got on the ride and half our group didn't. This was with a couple of minutes still to go until the end of the park day. So it was pretty cheeky, to say the least. Yeah, and it means we didn't get that final ride. So that'd be my plan, do that final ride, touch base at the end of the day with just a final verdict. And so what happens, we were all a little bit, well, you know, you take it in your stride, but not ideal, that one, is it? And some of our group actually did complain at guest services, and we did get comped some free donuts as an apology. And to be fair, the donuts might have been a nicer experience than the wave. Sorry, wave. No, that's only partially true. But yeah, so me being me, I got distracted by donuts and forgot to film. So apologies about that. And it is now quite some time later, so apologies for that also. But you know, I started this channel wanting to give the neurodivergent perspective, and the neurodivergent perspective is that sometimes I put things off. Yeah. But you know, the nice thing is I've now had a couple of weeks to sort of bed in my thoughts. And again, I do still think that the wave is a pretty decent coaster when you consider the target audience that it's for. It will be a good first inversions coaster for a lot of young people, and for that I think it's good. For me, if somebody goes to parks all the time, it's fine. Wouldn't travel for it, but it's fine. I would go on it. I'd happily go on it several times in a day even. Just, yeah, and maybe not the target audience on that. But I do think they did a pretty nice job on the theming, and yeah, it's a shame as well about the ops. And obviously we felt the full force of some frankly poor operations that day. So yeah, it's left a sour note on an otherwise okay coaster. Now moving on to Gold Rush. So I've had a bit more time to think about Gold Rush, and I do think it is very good, again, for the demographic that it's targeting. And the really exciting thing is that you have a coaster that's designed for the junior thrill market. That's actually doing something inventive and clever, and I think that is fantastic. It is really, really good. I have lots of good things to say about it. I don't think it is the best junior thrill coaster in the country. I really don't. And when we went, we were hoping that we might see another ride cycle, because there are two settings on Gold Rush, if you don't know. Unfortunately, there was only the one working on the day that we went. I did hear there was an issue with the other cycle, although I think I know people who went the day after and didn't have a problem, so can't tell you what happened with that. It does make me think, well, you know, is that a reliability issue? I think time will tell on that one. And the other thing I don't think I put in the vlog earlier, actually, and it's something that I think I actually flagged up to somebody in the queue because I did think of it, is it's a tyre lift hill by Intamin, who also built 13 with a tyre lift hill, and we know that lift hills have problems in rain and weather. I think that has mostly been addressed, so hopefully that would mean that, you know, any newer gen builds won't have that problem from the off, but might be one to watch that. It might be one to watch. Hopefully not. I don't want to jinx anything, but that was one moment of concern, I suppose, that I had. But yeah, overall, it is a good coaster, and I have to say, they've done a really good job of the area. It's nice being in there. It feels really well themed and thought out. So in that sense, it's good. I thought the little shop when you come off was very little. Surprisingly so, considering all the theming and things. You'd think there'd be a lot they could do merch-wise with that. But I'm not a big merch person, and hey, good news parents. That's less bugging you to spend money. So yeah, swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts. So to sum up, had a bit of a end to our day at Drayton Manor, unfortunately. However, I think they have two solid coasters there. The wave is good for the target audience, not so much maybe for thrill seekers who are more accustomed to thrill seeking. And they have a very good, very strong, and very well designed, as far as I am aware and can tell, junior thrill coaster. I do think if you are somebody who's a bit scared, then Gold Rush is going to be such a good one to try things out on. So yeah, definitely recommend it for that. And like I said earlier in the video, I do recommend the Wave as a coaster for first inversions. Although potentially if you're nervous about the lap bar, there might be other options that are better for you. So I'm going to wrap it up here. This has been a lot of me talking from home, so apologies for that. I'm going to do better, and I'm going to get it right just in time for the main theme park season to end, and then I'm going to forget all about it in March. We just know that's how it's going to go, don't we? So yeah, until then, thank you so much for watching. And have you been on the Wave? Have you been on Gold Rush? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And of course, as always, like and subscribe and all of that. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram. I love hearing from you and your opinions, so please do share them. Until next time, do the brave things. I believe in you. Take care. Bye.